All right, hello and welcome to CSCI 41. I'm glad you're here. I will introduce myself in just a couple slides, but before we get to that, I want to explain, just in case you've never taken a class with me before, why in the world do I keep the PowerPoint not full screen? I get so many cool pens this way. I get a rainbow pen, I get a highlighter. It's so much better, and it's worth it. Sorry it's a little bit smaller than it could be, but I like the pens, and also I'll be flipping around between a bunch of windows anyway. So that's why I do that. Everything you see for the rest of the semester you're going to get, so all the slides that I've marked up, all the code that I write, everything you see you will get in some way on Canvas. And so that means you don't have to like write down every little thing or come back to this video all the time, though I hope you do. But you will be able to look at like slide PDFs and code very easily. And so yeah, here's like a little overview of what we're going to do today. And the first stuff is the boring things. I will introduce myself. Hopefully I'm not too boring. And then we'll talk about things that make us all fall asleep. So we will get into cool stuff eventually, but that will be not this video. That will be the second video in this Canvas page that you're looking at. So, okay, let me have one slide about me. I will introduce myself. Hello, everyone. My name is Lawton Nichols. I use he, him pronouns, and I will respond to whatever you want to call me. If you would like to call me Mr. Nichols, go for it. Call me Dr. Nichols. Call me Professor Nichols, if I can write. But honestly, I'd prefer it if you just dropped all of those and you call me by my first name. Please call me Lawton if you feel comfortable with that. What I like to say every semester is that I don't want your fake respect. I want to earn your real respect. So yeah, call me Lawton if you'd like. And a little bit about my educational background is I went to Fresno State, not too far away, for my undergrad. And then I went to UCSB, UC Santa Barbara, for my master's and PhD. And every single time I got a degree, it was in computer science. So hopefully that means I can teach you something. We'll figure that out together, I guess. I like to do normal human things. In addition to being a teacher, I like to play guitar. I like to go running and hiking. What else do I like to do? There's plenty more things that I can think of, but those are the first things that come into my mind right now. So yeah, hopefully we can bond over some things that we both enjoy. I also like cats, of course. This is Lonzo. He is wonderful. Oh, I like to dance. That's one that I totally forgot. I go to dance lessons every week. So, okay, this is my cat, Lonzo. He's great. He's sitting in my room with me right now, but he is much older. This was him as a kitten, but he's still super cute. And I named him after Alonzo Church, who, if you've never heard of him, please go look him up. He's very cool. But if nothing else, you know him through Alan Turing, who you should definitely know of by now. He was the PhD advisor of Alan Turing at Princeton. So yeah, cool guy. And I dedicated my firstborn son to the cause of computer science. All right, so yeah, this is, we live in exciting, weird times. We will get through this class together, I promise. So thank you for putting up with me. We'll figure this out together, this weird age in which we live, and we will come out on the other end of the semester stronger for it. All right, so yeah, let's do the very boring stuff that will put both of us to sleep, and then we can actually learn stuff, learn C++ and things. So please remember that reading the syllabus is on you. There's things I'm going to mention here that, or there's things that I'm not going to mention here that are completely written in the syllabus that I'm going to be holding you to eventually. So yeah, just make sure to read that syllabus. Pretty much everything here is there. So yeah, if this was an in-person class, read this slide. If this is an online class, we'll read this slide together. I assume most of my hopefully all of my online students are the ones looking at this video, but I assume some of my in-person ones will look at it too. So here, if we're an online class, this is what's happening. You're getting everything recorded, and I'll upload stuff. We have to take attendance at this school, and so it's interesting, but since you don't come to class, I'm going to use the check-in surveys as your attendance if you're in my online class. So you got to do the first one or I'll drop you, and then if you keep missing a couple, I'll drop you some more. So I think that is my policy. Let's see. Yeah, if you miss like 2 in a row, I think that means you're not coming to class anymore, and I'll have to drop you. So do those check-in surveys. It's a very easy portion of your grade. And yeah, I'll try to keep this schedule. Shouldn't be too bad. I've tried to pre-record a lot of videos, but things might change. So that's the schedule I'll try to keep. And then because there's no set time for this class, I will give you a window to take exams. So it'll be like at least a day's worth of window time to take an exam. And it'll be on Canvas. Every test that we'll have is on Canvas, and they will be timed when you start them. So there'll be like a start button, and then a certain timer will start ticking, and you'll be able to see that timer as you're taking the test. But it'll kick you out when that goes to 0. And please go back to that welcome announcement that I talked about tests in, because you know that we live in the age of AI, and so I'm forcing you to record yourself as you take tests. I'm forcing you to record your screen and your webcam feed, and you'll like show me your desk is clear before you get started and stuff like that. So make sure that you have a laptop with or a desktop computer, something with a webcam. And running Windows or Mac OS so that you can get the software installed that's correct. So yeah, that is the best way that I could come up with, that so that you don't have to like pay for some weird subscription to some service that's going to like monitor you. That we're just all going to record ourselves as we take the tests. I know it'll be a little weird the first time if you've never done it before, but like this is honestly the only way I can keep things fair, because otherwise it will be very easy to use AI, and I don't want that. All right, so that's just the age we live in. I'm so sorry, but I'll give you lots of ways to practice and get used to that deal. But make sure that you've got a computer that's ready to go by the time you get by the time it's test week or something. So I'll show you a slide about how to like check out a laptop from the library if you need one. But keep that in mind. You're gonna take tests and record yourself taking them. All right. So let's talk just briefly about expectations. I want to make sure you know what you're getting into. This is unfortunately the hardest computer science class we offer. I'm so sorry. It's not my fault, I promise. There's just a long list of things, and like the things that you learn in this second computer science class, they are conceptually difficult and just like historically not the easiest things to get a grasp of. It's hard to teach. It's hard to learn. I'm going to do my best. You're going to do your best. It'll work out. All right. I'm so sorry if you hate pointers. Pointers are our life in this class. It's going to be fun. I promise. We'll get used to them. And yeah, I do want to say like CSCI 40 was great, right? We love CSCI 40 because like we're programmers now. We're doing things. I can make the computer do what I want. CSCI 41 is like, I want to make my programs faster. I want to analyze them. I want to know how to I know how, there's a million different options to make this program, which is the right option, which is a little bit drier, I would say, right? It's not as fun, not as exciting, because you already know how to write programs by now. I'll give you some cool tools, but they won't be the most exciting things to learn at the time we learn them. All right, I'll do my best. I'll try to be as colorful as possible, but there's only so much I can do. Okay, so keep that in mind. But please watch the lecture still. And yeah, right, you're writing about as sorry, it's hard to say things as I've been silent for the whole summer. All right, so pretend that you're gonna write probably twice as much code as you wrote in CSCI 40. I think that's a good estimate. So maybe around 80 to 100 lines of code every week. I think that's a good thing to prepare yourself for, get some practice with that if you can. And yeah, I don't want to scare you away or anything. I just want to tell you what's going to happen. It is a 4-unit class, so I want to be here to help. There's going to be a lot of resources for you. There's the tutorial center. There's my office hours. We'll talk about all those things together. And yeah, I want to help, and I want to be there for you. I'll be on Discord a lot. And yeah, I just want to tell you off the bat, this is a hard class, but I believe in you. All right. So yeah, there's that. And okay, yeah, if you need a laptop, the library will check one out for you for the semester. It's great. Look at the resources page on Canvas. It's called the Technology Loan Program. You can just walk into the library and check out a laptop. It's great. Or if you have a slow internet connection at home, you need a little hotspot router. They're giving those out too. So please take advantage of that if you need it. They've got plenty. And yeah, you're going to need a computer running Windows or Mac OS with a webcam and a microphone to take the tests. So that's very important that you have one of those. If you do not right now, the library will give you one. Okay. So yeah, I think we're good to go to the syllabus. Again, I'm just going fast just so that we can both stay awake. So yeah, to go to the syllabus, you can click this link, or the first time, right, you got to go to the modules page. I assume you know how to maneuver around by now because you got to this page, you got to this video. So yeah, let me click the syllabus and we'll take a look at it together. Again, please read all of it, but I'll just scroll down to the things you probably care about the most, which is the grade breakdown. Yay, this one. Okay, so yeah, an easy 5% of your grade is those check-in surveys where I kind of ask you to psychoanalyze yourself every week. It's wonderful. There's that, and let's see. Yeah, you're gonna have labs every week on the class server. So you're going to be writing code. That's going to be the biggest chunk of your grade. I'll call those programming assignments labs. And then I'll call homeworks, or just like reading assignments from your textbook. That'll be 10% of your grade from your Zybook. And yeah, then the rest is exams. So there will be 2 midterms in this class. This is an 18-week class, so I'll try to have it like in thirds. So week 6 will be the midterm 1, week 12 will be midterm 2. There's that. And yeah, each midterm is worth 15% each, and then 20% for the final exam at the end of the semester. And remember, you're going to be recording yourself for all these. Yeah, I think that's what I wanted to say. So there's the date for the final exam. I'm going to try to align this properly with my in-person class, but just in case I reuse this video, just look at the final exam dates on the current version of the syllabus. Nothing too much has changed. You're going to get you're going to for sure get at least a 24-hour window to taking the exams, but it's going to be some time mentioned on your copy of the syllabus. All right, so that is the one that I'm doing for this semester, but I may very well reuse this video because nothing really changes except dates. So yeah, just look at your copy of the syllabus and go from there. I also give a bunch of extra credit in this semester. I'll give at least a letter grade's worth of extra credit, and I will cap you off at that because I would like to give extra credit for anybody who goes to an ACM club workshop. So there's an ACM club on campus. It's like the computer science club if you've never heard of it. It's great. They do workshops. It's usually in person. But if you join them and go to a workshop and you like send me a selfie to prove that you're there or something, I'll give you half an extra credit point. So I'll give you half a point of credit towards your final grade. All right, for going to any of those. I'll also give 10% worth of extra credit in just normal assignments. So some of us, we don't live near Fresno, and so you can only do those ones. So that's just to make it fair for everyone. I'm going to cap everybody off at 10% extra credit. All right, so yeah, go to some of these if you can, but otherwise I've got assignments that will count for extra credit as well that will be released around exam time. So that's the syllabus. Yell at me if you have any questions about anything. Next, I want to talk about due dates. I have an interesting policy, maybe different from other professors, but I promise it works for me. And so I just want to tell you right now, all the assignments in class, which are, except for the check-in surveys, which are due at 5:30, will be due at 5 p.m. It'll tell you that on Canvas, but please keep that in mind. Every due date is not midnight, it is 5 p.m. in this class, all right? Because we know that lots of technical difficulties happen around due dates. We're computer science students, and I just want to be awake when those happen. So 5 p.m. is good. When things are due, then we can all have a weekend on Fridays. It's perfect. So I do 5 p.m. due dates, and that's how the due dates will be for the duration of the semester. And I do, though, make some exceptions for certain students. So if you fall into any of these categories, you just let me know and I'll extend your due dates. All right. So if you work at least half time, school does not count if you're taking like 20 units, that's your fault, right? But some of us need to work. If you are working at least half time, then I'll give you an extra 7 hours on all your assignments. So that means your due dates really will be midnight. So you tell me about that and I'll get you in that group. If you work at least full-time, 40 hours or more per week, or you do something that is the equivalent of a full-time job, like you care for a child, then I will extend your due dates by 15 hours. And so that makes it everything due at 8 a.m. the next day. So you can either like stay up late or wake up early and get the thing in. And I hope we can all agree that anybody who falls into these categories deserves that extra time. So let me know if you're in either of those groups, and I will get you your extended due dates. And I just want to say off the bat, though, that these are for assignments. Only assignment due dates can be extended. Exams were all taken within the same exact window. There's no extensions for exams. Okay, so yeah, that's my due date policy. Please keep that in mind. And yeah, I like to accept late submissions. I will accept anything you turn in late up until the Friday before finals week. So that's the last day of instruction. The Friday before finals week, I will accept late assignments. So anything you want to turn in late, you do it. And so this is not the Friday of finals week, the Friday before finals week. I will take off 50% from your grade when you turn something in late, though. Okay, so the second it becomes late, I'll take off half credit. But you do have a long time to make it up if you miss something. And yeah, we all know that 50% is better than 0. So there's that. I'll also be dropping some of your lowest scores. So if you miss an assignment one week, it won't be the end of the world for you, but please make it up so that you can do good on an exam. You'll get half credit anyway. And So yeah, I'll drop some of your lowest scores. Look at the syllabus for the exact like assignment groups and the numbers of assignments that I'll be dropping, but I'll be doing that. And yeah, that'll make things easier if you have a bad week or a stressful week. And yeah, next let's talk about, I know I'm going fast, I just want to get through it too. So let's go through our textbook. So our textbook is virtual. It is a SciBook. It's on an interesting place. It is interactive, and I'll assign you like chapters to read out of that. So you can go like to the first chapter in our week 1 module. And this is how you can get the book, by the way. You click this button, load chapter 1 in new window, and this will help you. You can either buy the book through this or like enter a code you get from the library through this. And this takes us to the SciBook. All right. So you can don't go to the SciBook's website yourself. You got to click through the assignment to get to their website, and it will log you in with like a specific kind of account tied to your Canvas so that things can transfer over. Like, you got to do it this way, please. All right. But you can either buy it from the bookstore or from SciBooks. I highly recommend doing it from SciBooks if you can, because it'll just be very easy. You click the link and like you enter a credit card or something. But if you need to get it from the bookstore, yeah, just make sure to have your code ready to go when it asks for it. And I think it'll give you a little trial if you don't have the code yet. So yeah, that's the book. And this is like the first section of the first chapter that I'm having you read. You can click through it this way, but it's cool. It's got a bunch of animations. It will teach you fun things. I think it's very nice. So please take advantage of that. To see like what's part of an assignment, you go out to the table of contents, and like here's the assignments in the assignments tab, and it shows you like your current score and all the sections I'm asking you to read. All right. Do not pay attention to the due date. This is like the last day of classes when I want like late work to transfer over. Only the due dates on Canvas are correct. But yeah, I've got all the assignments up, and I highly encourage you to start early if you'd like to do that. So you know what to do there. Only pay attention to the Canvas due dates. But yeah, that's your textbook. It's really cool. It's interactive. I promise it's worth it, and you can read ahead if you want. So that is iBooks. Let me know if you have any questions about any of that stuff. To get help, please use Discord. So here I've got, let's open that. Discord is where you will be able to access your peers and also me. So we've got our own little server here, and when you first join our class server, only the welcome channel and the guide channel will be available for you, but you just scroll up to the tippy top of the welcome channel, you click the student, or you click the 100 emoji to add the student role, and then you'll click the rabbit for CSCI 41 role, and that's because we like to go fast. We like to make fast programs in this class, and then you can add your pronouns. And yeah, this is the ACM Club server, by the way. If you want to join that, you click that link. And they have a workshops channel where they will be talking about like some cool topic that may be of interest to you. So that'll give you extra credit if you go to one of those, but keep an eye on that. And yeah, once you click all those buttons, it will unlock like the announcements, general, random, and CSCI 41. And this is where you can talk to me and your peers. So make use of our CSCI 41 channel, but do use your best judgment, please. Don't share like a ton of code publicly. What I recommend doing is try to formulate your question in a way that doesn't give a bunch of stuff away. So like you can share a couple lines of code, that's fine. But if you have to like try not to share an entire answer here, that's what I don't want. I'll have to delete that, okay? Just to keep things fair. So please use your judgment. Don't share a ton of stuff publicly in our CSCI 41 channel, but try to reformulate your question so that you don't have to share a bunch of stuff publicly if you can. But if you can't, then you send me a private message. Send me a direct message, a DM, please. You can right-click my name, click message. I just can't message myself right now. But that's how you can contact me, and I'd prefer you to use Discord to contact me, please, because my email looks disgusting. But yeah, I can't accept friend requests from students until you graduate, so please keep that in mind. If you're trying to contact me and it tells you to add me as a friend, that is something wrong with your privacy settings that you'll have to fix so that you can send me a direct message. But yeah, I think that's what I wanted to say. Talk to me on Discord. It's very easy for me to see who I need to get back to that way. And I usually can't miss anybody. So yeah, please do that. And I should get back to you pretty quickly. And I think we're getting to the end, all right? Office hours, let's talk about that. So getting help outside of like the Discord virtual text environment, please go to office hours. We love office hours. I've got my schedule here, but please check this before you show up. So, because maybe this will change across semesters. If you're watching this video, this might not be perfectly correct, but there will be a schedule on this page, and you just go during this time, and you can click my Zoom link. I'll have all of my office hours on Zoom, and some of them will also be in person. So just keep that in mind. It'll be great, and come to them, and we can talk about stuff together. I think that's what I wanted to say about office hours. Yeah, so you can always come on Zoom, but you can also come in person if you're on campus. And yeah, look to this page for my schedule, and it may change. So just like keep that in mind and check it before you come. I think that is everything that I want to say about office hours. Please come get help. I'm happy. Like that's time that I always set aside for just you. So you're always welcome to show up and ask questions. Okay. What else? What else? Yeah, we're almost there. We're almost to the end. I do want to say, please don't use any AI on any assignments. I will mark you down. I will give you less than a 0, actually, if you read the syllabus. So please don't use any AI on assignments unless I say so. Unless I tell you this assignment, I want you to use AI on, please, to like get some practice with that. I don't currently have any plans for that right now, but that may change after this recording. I'm not sure. So yeah, at least right now, I'm not sure if I will assign anything that needs AI, but I want you to use your own brain, please. We're not going to rot that in this class. So please, no AI on assignments unless I tell you. I will mark you down, and I will apply the rules written in my syllabus if you do use AI. Okay? So yeah, I want you to learn, not the computer to do some stuff for you. So that's that. I next want to say, like, please get help if you need it. I want to make sure that you know that I am here for you and that I'm here to help. There's also like the tutorial center on campus. There's your peers on Discord. So please, you will get stuck in this class. It's just a matter of like, it's a fact of life. So please ask for help when you're stuck for too long. All right, let's set up a rule right now. Let's say that if you've been just sitting and you're not sure what to do, you have not made any progress for 30 minutes, all right? If you've not made any progress for half an hour, please ask a question. I want to get you over that hurdle and on to the next one, all right? Or like go on Discord or come to office hours or go to the tutorial center. Somehow try to get help, please. It's not worth it to wait any longer than that, though I'm sure you've found in CSCI 40 that kind of the way these classes work is you scratch your head for 29 minutes and 59 seconds, and then you have your flash of genius, and then you can move on. So like that's the way computer science works. So if you've been stuck for 30 minutes though, please ask a question. Any less time than that, just sit with it and maybe it'll come to you. All right, I believe in you. So yeah, get help when you need it. I don't want you to just be staring at your screen for hours. It's not worth it. All right. So yeah, we're almost there. We're almost to a real lecture, guys. I promise we'll get to like interesting computer science. Next, let's talk about like, what are we going to learn in this class? Why do we have this class? So we are going to learn algorithm analysis and data structures in this class. It's great. What we really want is to make programs fast and using as little of resources as possible. So we have a need for speed. In CSCI 40, we were so happy that we just like were able to make a program that did what we wanted. We don't just care about that anymore. We want to make the best version of that program, all right? And so the way that we manage our data and move it around our program, structuring data is going to become very important. We want to do it as efficiently as possible because that's what every program is, right? That's what data structures are all about, structuring your data and moving it around in your program, because that's all a program is. It's like you've got some data from the user, do something with it, spit it back out, spit out an answer. So that's all a program is, and so we want to learn how to structure our data and manage it as efficiently as possible, all right? And before we get to that, we want to talk about C++ and make sure we're up to speed on that. Yeah, we're going to learn a whole lot about object-oriented programming. That's something that's required in CSCI 40 that you should know at least a little bit about right now, but I'll give us a review. And yeah, please also go through my sample lecture if you need your optional lecture 0. If you need that, that's a review of CSCI 40 stuff like pointers and arrays, the heap, all these things. I will assume knowledge of that. All right, that's CSCI 40 stuff that I assume you should know. So please go back and practice and ask me questions if any of these things you're so rusty on that you can't remember yourself. I want to make sure you're comfortable with all that because we can't go forward until you get comfortable. All right, so we need that for all of the labs. And yeah, so watch that review video if you need to, and we're going to start in our first real lecture on OOP, object-oriented programming. All right, so classes and stuff. Yeah, before we get to the real lecture, I just want to show you our class website. It's www.lautensclass.com, so please go there. And you can log in. Let me log out as my test student, but what you'll do is you will log in with the following username and password. If you've already tried to log in on the class server, this is the same default username and password, but the accounts on the class website are not linked with the accounts on the class server, all right? But the defaults are the same. So your username and password are your last name, no spaces, no accent marks or anything, no hyphens, all lowercase, an underscore, and your student ID. So like if this is your last name, this is your student ID, this would be your username and password for the class website. If this is your last name, this is your student ID. Some of them, by the way, don't just like put a 0. Some of them actually start with 0. So like if this is yours, this would be your username, okay? And yeah, just let me know if you can't log in. I will help you change your password after you get in. So remember that these defaults are the same, but the accounts are not linked if you've already gotten on the class server. It's still set to the default on here. So yeah, you got all these little programs. The one that you're gonna care the most about if you're an online student, all the other ones I'll explain in class. But if you are an online student, you'll go to your AutoGrader grades page, and that will be a nice graphical way to see grades from your labs that you submit to the magical AutoGrader that I worked very hard on. So that's where you will look at all that stuff. So that's what the class website's all about. It's the best place to look at your grades for your labs. And yeah, I just want to tell you about it. So I think that is officially everything. I think that's everything that I wanted to say. As far as I know, I want to get to an actual lecture now. We're going to talk about object-oriented programming, and I'm going to have a separate video for that. So thank you for getting working through the welcome section with me. Hopefully you're all still awake, and yeah, I'm excited to teach you this semester, and I will see you in the next video.